Hi, it's Rebecca from WildWestDye, and I'm casting on the Cosy Beddy sock. I've got US 8 needles, which is 5mm, and I'm going to be making the sock using magic loop. I'm going to refer to my yarn as like the tail end, which is where the tail is, and the ball end, which is where the yarn is coming from. You need to have about a 12-inch or 30cm tail for this cast on, and I'm going to take one needle and lay my yarn on top of the needle here, and then I'm going to take the tail end and flip it towards the back. So I've got my 12 inches of tail, I've got my ball end sitting on top of my tail end here. I'm then going to take the second needle and I'm going to lay it underneath here. So this is going to be like the bottom needle, this is the top needle. I'm going to take the yarn in my left hand, hold it like this, and I'm going to start wrapping the yarn around the needle to cast on. And this is Judy's magic cast on. And this is how I do it. So I'm going to take the top yarn and I'm going to wrap that round the bottom needle, and then my bottom yarn I'm going to wrap round my top needle. So I'm going to take my top yarn underneath and through the middle there, and then my bottom yarn through the middle and over the top there. And I'm going to keep on going until there is 16 stitches total, so 8 stitches on the top and 8 stitches on the bottom. So I'm going to keep on going here. And I'll finish with 1 stitch on my bottom needle there. And then you'll see I'm just going to double check, yep, I've got 8 stitches there. I'm then going to turn my needles so they're in my left hand. My tail yarn is on top there, so I'm going to wrap that round my ball end, and I'm going to stick it through the middle and over the top, because I actually like to keep my tail hanging out on the right side, because that easily shows me where my beginning of round is, and then I can sew it in at the end. And then we're going to knit the first round. So I'm going to pull out this bottom needle and I'm going to knit across while holding on to I've got my tail like held on here with my thumb. And we're going to knit this first round. Once I've done a few stitches, I'm just going to let go of that tail there. So I'm going to knit across the first needle. I'm going to turn it round, pull my needle in, pull this one out, and then knit the second needle. So, there we go. And that's the first round complete. And I'm just going to make sure my tail stays on the outside there. And then that's the cast on for the Cosy Beddy sock.